Hey guys, welcome to the channel and part 2 of Dances with Wolves by Kevin Costner. If you've missed part 1, it should be linked up there somewhere. This video also contains the review, so please stick around for that. But before we get into it, to help support the channel, I have a Patreon page where you'll find the full unedited version of this film, reviews and reactions to over 120 movies and TV shows, early access and weekly polls for what to watch next. You'll need your own copy to watch along. The link's in the description below, by the way. Please consider being a patron. Please subscribe to the channel. Click that bell icon for instant notifications. Do check out my other videos. Like if you liked this video, dislike it if you didn't. With all that being said, let's get started. Dances with Wolves, part 2. Let's go! The first half is just introducing the tribes, the story, the characters. The second half will be conflict. Alright.
Time seems irrelevant except for the fact that I am bored and these hours alone are endless.
He never felt this.
The truth is I am missing the company of my friends.
Two socks. Cats are known to do that. What a good boy.
There's something wise about them, and I find myself drawn to them in ways much stronger than my obligations to the military.
Oh, his loyalty is faltering. And he's doing the dance himself now. This is oddly beautiful.
Go home! Go home! Go home, Two Socks! Bad wolf!
He's enjoying himself. And he's playing with him.
They have given me my own lodge and I feel comfortable there. He always wants to know how many more white people are coming, but I am speaking in half-truths. One day there will be too many, but a war party is going against the Pawnee soon, and I have asked to go.
Oh, the Pawnee and the Sioux are at war.
Only Sioux warriors to go. He also asked that you watch over his family while he is gone.
What an honor.
Would be happy to watch over his family.
Okihikea. He thanks Dances with Wolves for coming.
Dances with Wolves, that's his name.
Dances with Wolves.
What a fantastic film this has been so far. I thought it'd be too slow, which it is, but it's so rich with detail and beauty. I think she might be Kicking Bird's adopted daughter, the way he looks out for her.
Grass grows on the prairie. Petaki oblaya LT.
Wrong.
Wrong?
You said fire lives on the prairie.
I did?
He's learning the language too.
Who had you? Right?
He looks so different without his mustache. He actually looks like Kevin Costner, not the character he's been playing for the past 2 hours.
Mani hiula huwo.
Huh?
Why are you not married?
Oh,
I'm sorry.
I have to go.
that scene was oddly emotional. Can't place why exactly, but I do feel for her. I wonder what he's thinking right now. He's gone? The stepmother knows. Or at least she can tell.
Hello, Two Socks.
I'm so proud of Two Socks right now. Okay, he was here only for a short time. Where is he going off to now? He came back. Oh man, this entire build was so worth it. Oh, what a beautiful shot, dude. The lighting work here makes the scene extra intimate. Well, this certainly cements their relationship, and now I think his own allegiances are shifting to a point where he can't ignore it anymore. Oh no!
The Pawnee are coming a big party, 40 or 50 men that shine. Hunters found them not far to the north. It's gonna be in our camp.
They have guns? Mazawakan, Ota Blue Hayela. Mazawakan, Wanji, Wichasha, Nupi, Ipi Kielo. Ihasa Kichi, Mani Katelo. You ain't not
Oh man, I like Smiles a lot. And these are the Pawnee. They have a completely different demeanor, they have completely different costumes. They're killing the freaking dogs, man. They probably evacuated because there are no defenses.
Shoot the gun!
Oh, they didn't evacuate. They're mounting a defense. I was wrong. Not Smiles a lot. Oh, he's surrounded. No escape, my friend.
There was no dark political objective. This was not a fight for territory or riches or to make men free.
It's a fight for survival.
I felt a pride I had never felt before. I'd never really known who John Dunbar was.
I'm not going to call him Dunbar anymore. It's Dances with Wolves. That is his identity now. Oh, thank goodness. Kicking Bird is still alive. That incident should bring Dances with Wolves and the people even closer. Are you that thick? It makes sense. They're both white. Good dad.
Lila and Shia Yatielo. Lakota Winya, Kilina, Achia, Makahi, which I apple.
You're pretty poor.
Toksha, O Uni Chapitelo. Apeo.
The whole village was eager to take up a collection on my behalf.
Oh,
The generosity of the people was astonishing. Even the poorer families wanted to give up animals they could not afford. I had no idea what Kicking Bird's decision would be.
they are gone. So it's been accepted.
Zintana Guaka, Wiuchunk Unki. Na he wa Schneelo.
Wow, and he's self-aware.
I knew that the love between us would be served.
No, he hasn't.
Bye.
Consummation ceremony with people waiting outside for confirmation.
Dokieske, Schmanti Tranka, Ubachi Tiki, Tatiopaki, Ohia, Ispayanke.
Pokshika hawa chiplo.
Waka wama kanja ektam niktalo. What ka lila ka yuziacha. Ya uachielo.
He's not even wearing a shirt anymore. Oh man. Those were fresh carcasses, so people have to be around here somewhere.
Iyawachupi Katelo.
Yeah. Honey and petu tunachum. Hey honey.
Oh, it's abandoned.
Slo yaya ya chinyelo,
Oh, he's going to be honest.
kola lila ota.
How many?
He speaks little English.
Like the stars.
Matowek chamana. Ukia kapo.
That particular scene signified the final act of the film where they'll have to face off against the Confederacy or the Union Army.
You have everything from the soldiers' fort?
Yes. There's nothing for me there. The journal.
The Oh!
Stand with it. Wait! I must get it.
Tanila. Unkane pipi unkoki hipi schneelo.
He has to get the journal. There's too much information in there.
I'll catch up.
I didn't know I would care about these characters so much when I started watching. Oh, that's bad news. No, no. Oh man, they shot Cisco.
Tell the Major he's waking up.
This is my post.
Why are you dressed like this?
I came out from Fort Hays last April, but there was nobody here.
It's been a year.
Do you have proof of that?
My orders are in the journal. It'll tell you everything.
Nah, we didn't find that, sir. Well, do you salute him or shoot him?
Oh, poor Cisco.
You eyes front.
Now, if you'll guide us to these camps and serve as an interpreter, your conduct will be reevaluated.
Nitaku na pishnielo. Wichoye inichi pipishnielo.
What? Give me some! All right, hold your horses.
I hate this guy. I hate this guy with a passion. Look at the landscape.
Look at that stupid bastard. He ain't even moving. Wait a minute! That's my shot! Shoot him!
It's two socks.
That's it, I got him!
I have no words. But they're here. Die, Spivey, die. No, 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 dude, no, no. That's fine. Leave the kid alone. That's his journal. John Barry's music has been consistently top-notch throughout the entire film.
Akichita Iawak.
Oh, they'll come after them now.
Ima toka shnielo.
Akichita Kehena. Hona hecho wachin shnielo.
My place is with you. I go where you go.
Good pipe. We've come far, you and me.
Nothing could be
I
truer.
will not forget you.
His journal! They recovered his journal. Well, that was more emotional than I ever thought it would be. I think they're gone. 13 years later, their homes destroyed, their buffalo gone. Last of the Free Sioux submitted to the white authority at Fort Robinson, Nebraska. This was not a happy ending. What a fantastic film. What a fantastic film. I'm so glad that you guys pushed me to watch. It was so worth it. Okay, I took some time to collect my thoughts. First off, that was an amazing, epic film. Although technically a Western, I wouldn't only call it that. It was a story of a man who found out who he really was, found his true identity. That man was Dances with Wolves and not Lieutenant Dunbar. This film reminded me of a more recent film I've seen, The Last Samurai. That film also had a foreign man fall in love with a group he slowly comes to know, love, and respect. I cannot begin to explain how great Costner was in his role as both the director and the main actor in this film. Kudos to him. He's actually a very good filmmaker. If you have any other films that Costner directed that are good, please let me know in the comments. I really thought that the 4-hour runtime would be a negative thing before starting, but I could not have been more wrong. I didn't even feel like that much time has passed. I would consider the strengths of the film to be pretty much everything, starting from the directing, writing, acting, the entire production design, score, sound design, cinematography, and editing. I found no outright weaknesses to speak of. Let's start with the directing by Kevin Costner and the script by Michael Blake. So it turns out that Blake himself wrote the novel, which gives me confidence that the adaptation must have been very accurate. Regardless, the story was excellent, and the pacing was slow and deliberate. As I've not seen the theatrical version, I'm just going to be judging this film as I saw it, the extended cut. The story itself was pretty straightforward if you think about it, but more importantly, it's about how it was told. Dunbar's journey to becoming Dances with Wolves was just a magical thing to watch. I got to learn a lot about Native American culture, about the Sioux and the Pawnee, and their customs, their lifestyles, and how they live. I love the fact that the story was slow-paced. It gave the audience time to appreciate the beauty we were seeing. It gave time for the characters to develop and people to fall in love. How Costner managed to act while directing this epic is really beyond me. Every little thing in this film looked and sounded authentic and real. I don't believe I've seen a production portray the Native American life so well and so naturally. It almost made me feel like I was a part of the tribe itself. And speaking of the tribe, I got way more emotionally attached to so many people, including Smiles a Lot, Kicking Bird, Wind in His Hair, and of course, Stands with a Fist and Dances with Wolves. Then there were the animals, Two Socks and Cisco. I had a hard time controlling my emotions when they were brutally gunned down. That was hard to watch. There were birds and beautiful buffaloes and other flora and fauna I can't recall from the top of my head. I just want to appreciate the fact that they used real animals in the production, and that itself was nothing short of amazing because it's extremely difficult to do. Dunbar and the tribe were at odds at the beginning, but over time they learn to trust and depend on each other to a point where he stops becoming Dunbar and becomes Dances with Wolves. I think Stands with a Fist had a lot to do with that. He fell for that girl even before he knew it, and I love the fact that the surrogate father and the mother, they approved of their love. I also love the real Native American languages we heard instead of English. It made the characters even more relatable and authentic. I'm glad that Costner didn't shy away from that. I really wonder if the story was based on any real events or not. I'll be looking that up for sure. The film had an unexpected and anticlimactic end to it. It made sense in the context of the story though. I half expected a big battle at the end like The Last Samurai, where the tribe had to defend themselves from a far superior foe, but I'm kind of glad that the film didn't take that route. This way my imagination can fill up what was left unsaid and unshown. I imagine Dances and Stands living off the land, hopefully happily, and although it's unlikely that happening, it's certainly nice to think about. It gives me a comfort, if that makes any sense. Kevin Costner played Dunbar, better known as Dances with Wolves. This was easily the best performance I've seen from him so far. Till the point he shaves off his mustache, I only saw dances. Post mustache shave, I saw a little of Costner shining through. Anyways, his character was simply wonderful. He was curious. From a suicidal man to somebody who found a purpose in life, found love and a reason to live and fight. Absolutely wonderful. Mary McDonnell played Stance with a Fist, formerly Christine. She was also fantastic in her role. She had little dialogue most of the film and had to rely on her physical acting. That in itself was great, showing vulnerability, showing herself mourning while not being able to speak too much. That's difficult. That's a difficult thing to convey. Her backstory was shown in a flashback, and it was incredibly sad. It made her character instantly more sympathetic and relatable too. Finally, Graham Greene played Stance with a Fist. He was the other half of Dances, his counterpart, the man who extended his hand and his heart to Dances and brings him to his tribe. Without his good nature and curiosity, none of this would have happened. The story would have ended in 10 minutes with a dead Dances at Fort Sedgwick. He was also excellent in his role, and he grounded the character and by extension grounded the whole movie. I don't remember seeing this actor in any other role, but I will be looking him up after finishing the review. The cinematography of this film was magnificent. Costner did a fabulous job with his cinematographer and his director of photography. Whoever was the location scout for this film deserves a ton of praise. Every single landscape shot was breathtaking, and the lighting work, especially in the darker scenes, was just sublime. The animals, the raw beauty of the land was on full display for the viewing audience. I have the highest praise for the cinematographer here. I had no issues with the editing too. Again, I thought the film might have been too long before I started watching, but no, it was perfectly paced. Without the long runtime, I would not have been emotionally attached to this story as much as I did. The music was by John Barry. He was simply amazing. I know Barry as mostly an action movie musician because he did the Bond films, and those are the films I watched from him. But you can clearly tell that he's multi-talented, and his skills in this epic Western, they were award-worthy. I felt every single note, and again, it made me feel like I was right there with the characters. The sound design itself was also top-notch, with the sounds of nature, the Native American tribes, even the soldiers. They all felt so real and time-appropriate. It was just perfect. The sets and props of the film were the best I've seen for a film set around that time and in that particular place. The Native American camp was just like those old pictures I've seen from history books. I wouldn't be surprised to find out that they were accurate to the T. The props like the costumes, the weapons, and even the little details of the background characters felt authentic. I apologize if I repeated myself in this review. It was just so beautiful. And as I have no criticisms of the film, overall, Dances with Wolves was among the top 3 Western films I've ever seen. The film was raw beauty in every aspect, from the character transformations to the bittersweet ending. My concerns about the long runtime were unfounded, and I'm glad to have been wrong. Every single thing from the acting, directing, writing, to the cinematography, music, and production design, they were picture perfect. This film has not only stood the test of time, this is a clear classic that will be cherished for generations to come. Thank you so much for the recommendation, guys. I'll remember this one for a long, long, long time. Anyways, thank you for watching. I have a Patreon page. Consider being a patron. Subscribe to the channel. Click that bell icon for instant notifications. Do check out my other videos. Like if you like this video, dislike it if you didn't. I will see you on the next one. Bye.